Hello, biology. The purpose of this video is to give those students who are absent during any part of this lecture an opportunity to copy them down, or maybe you had a hard time keeping up because you were writing by hand. In any event, it's to make sure that you have an opportunity to get all of the 4-2 class notes down and turned in as soon as you can. All right, here we go. I'm going to go a lot faster than you might even be able to type. So if I'm going too fast, just simply pause the video. Here we go. All right, shapes and ecosystems. So we've got biological or living factors. Those are referred to as biotic. Non-living are abiotic. So every organism in an ecosystem is referred to as part of the living component or the biotic. Non-living factors like temperature, precipitation, rain, snow, humidity, which is how much water vapor is in the atmosphere in a given volume, wind, movement of air, nutrients, primarily phosphorus and nitrogen that are available, type of soil, if it's an alkaline soil, an acidic soil, etc. And then sunlight, obviously, is really important. Moving ahead in five, four, three, two, and one. Some vocab. Habitat is where you live. Niche is kind of where you fit into that ecosystem. I'm moving ahead in five, four, three, two, and one. What things affect a niche? It's a range of temperatures, where it is in the food web, what eats it, what does it eat, and no two species can share the same niche. Moving ahead in five, four, three, two, and one. Please use this as an opportunity to practice a little bit with your notes. Unique ecosystems are created by a combination of living and non living or physical factors. What do we call those? Take a look back at the first couple items of your notes. All right, so living component is the biotic, non living or physical component is abiotic. What two things determine the survival and growth of an organism and the productivity of ecosystems where they live? Five, four, three, two, and one. That is going to be the biotic components and the abiotic components. All right, this is a matching question. Does this word go in the first blank and this one in the second, or does this one go in the first and this one in the second? Difference between habitat and niche. Take a look back at number 14 and 15 in your notes. Also, just a reminder, make sure to do these in Cornell note style, and they must be numbered. All right, five, four, three, two, one. Correct order. Habitat goes in the first blank, niche goes into the second blank. That's one thing that affects an organism's niche. Five, four, three, two, and one. It could be competition with another organism, same species or different species. It could be different temperatures. It could be where it is in the food web. All of those things affect a niche. Community interactions. So competition between organisms for resources, predation, eating, being eaten. And then there are three types of symbiosis. Competition is the main type of community interaction. So we're talking about using the same resource at the same time. That could be a habitat, that could be water, that could be food, that could be nutrients in the soil if we're talking about a plant. Resources defined as any necessity of life. Water is a big one. Nutrients, primarily phosphorus and nitrogen. Sunlight, food, space, or habitat. I'm moving ahead in five, four, 3, 2, and 1. Do we try to avoid competition? Absolutely. Competition takes energy, could injure you. And if it's human, of course, we can go, get medical care and get fixed up. Organisms that are out in the wild, they do not have access to that, so an injury could mean death. Moving ahead in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, predation and symbiosis. Predation is where one organism eats another one, so preying upon. So that would be the predator would be preying on, and the prey would be preyed upon. Symbiosis is an example where two species live closely together and they affect one another. And there are 3 types of symbiosis: mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. I'm moving ahead in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so mutualism, feeling's mutual. That means both organisms actually benefit. All right, so obviously that's a reason to maintain that relationship. Commensalism, on the other hand, is where one benefits and the other one just doesn't really matter to them. The great example is the whale and the barnacle. The barnacle is a filter feeder, so it can't get around on its own, so it needs to be taken to where the food is. The whale doesn't really even know that the barnacles are on it, because whales are so large and barnacles are so small. So the whale's like, the barnacle's like, yeah, please take me that way. And then parasitism, one benefits, that would be the parasite, and the one that is being parasitized is harmed. Okay. Moving ahead in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so match these up. You're going to be looking at 16 through 21. All right. If you're trying to figure out these answers on your own, you might want to pause the video because I'm about to tell you what the answers are. Let's see. A resource is F, any necessity of life, for example, water and space. Predation is E, the act of one organism feeding on another. Symbiosis is B, relationship where two species live closely together. Mutualism is D, they both benefit. Commensalism is A, one benefits and one neither benefits or is harmed. And last but not least, parasitism is the act of, beg your pardon, one benefits C and one is harmed. Which of the following is a biotic factor, a living factor in a bullfrog's niche? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Of course, the only living thing there is a heron, which is a bird. An organism's niche is different from its habitat because answer coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's B. Niche includes all of the conditions under which the organism lives. The attempt by organisms of the same or different species to use a resource at the same time and place. What do we call that? Two organisms want the same thing at the same time and place. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We call that competition. An association between two species in which one species benefit and the other is neither helped nor harmed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's commensalism. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the 4-2 class notes. Remember, if you're doing these by hand, you can turn them in class, or if you're typing them up or you just want to take pictures, you can upload these to Google Classroom. We'll see you in class.